Welcome back everyone. Thanks for joining me in today's video. In the code that we wrote day before yesterday, we implemented this animation. Looks good. In today's video, we'll be implementing another animation which looks like this. There is a collision effect and then there's like a momentum transfer happening between circles, and I think it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and implement this animation. So this is the code that we wrote day before yesterday, which gave us this animation, and we did it using 4 circles, and in CSS we used bunch of animations, ANI2, ANI1, ANI3, and then we used transform property to get this result. In today's video, we'll modify this animation, and for that we don't need 4 circles, we just need 3 circles. So let's get started with the HTML part of the story. And here what we'll have to do is just remove this 4th circle. So let's just remove that. And this is all that we need from HTML side. Next, let's go ahead to CSS and style these 3 circles. So now we will not be needing all these animations. So let's just remove them first. Just remove them till here. Let's delete it. Control save. And let's see where the circles are now. So all 3 circles are stacked on top of each other and they are at the beginning of this button. Let's position them at left offset of 100. We'll do that using left 100 pixel. Okay, next thing is we want all the circles to be not seen at the beginning. So to do that, we'll just use opacity property and we'll just set opacity to 0. So we'll not be able to see them initially. Okay, and now let's define the animation property. So just to animation, let's call our animation ANI. Let it run for 3 seconds. Let it have linear transition and let it run for infinite time. Okay, let's go ahead and define our animation. We'll use keyframes for that. Frames ANI. And let's define the first 1/3 of our animation. So what we need in our first 1/3 of animation to happen is that we want our circle to travel 20 pixels and we want the opacity to change from 0 to 1. So let's do that, and the way we'll do it is we'll write 33.33%. Now what this represents is now we'll be defining the state of the circle that we want at the end of this 33.33% of the animation, which would be 1 second. So at the end of 1 second, we want our circle to have opacity of 1 and we want it to travel, we want the left offset to be 120 pixel. That is, we want our circle to move from 100 pixel to 120 pixel. Let's see if that is happening or not. Correct. Now what is happening right now is circle is having opacity of 0 at the beginning and then it is traveling to 120 pixel by the end of 1 second and opacity is changing to 1. Now we haven't defined rest of the animation, so the browser is taking up the initial state as a final state also, and then it is going back to the initial state in rest 2/3 of the animation, which is 2 seconds. That's why we are saying circle moves slowly back to the initial position compared to the initial 1/3. So let's go ahead and define our next 1/3 of animation, and the way we'll do it is we'll put 66.66%, and here we don't want opacity to change, but we just want our circle to move 10 pixels, which is half of what we moved in the first 1/3, and we'll just say 130 pixel. So you see the difference here. Now initially our circle was at offset of 100 pixel, then it went to 120 pixel in 1 second. That is 20 pixel in 1 second. That's the speed, 20 pixel per second. But in next 1/3 of animation, we are slowing it down. We are slowing it down by the speed in that 1/3, the second 1/3 of animation is 10 pixel per second. So that's why we are seeing this slow down. So it moves to this and then it slows down, again comes back. It slows down. So the slowing part is what got implemented. Let's define the last 1/3 of animation, and the way we'll do it is we'll just say 100%. That is the last 1/3, and we'll just say opacity to be 0 again, because we want our circles to disappear, and we want left offset to be 150 pixel because we are speeding up our circle again. Let me just zoom in here. So we see initially it will travel at speed of 20 pixel per second, then it will slow down, and then again it will start moving at the speed of 20 pixel per second. Now the later part of the speed is, and in order to create the effect of collision and circle speeding it up again, the key part here is we will put animation delay of 1 second to the second circle. Let's just do that. Dot 2, we'll just say animation delay of 1 second here. Let's see what happens now. See, this is the effect that we want, and we have carefully engineered it. We have set the width of the circle, we have set the animation interval and the delay such that this all things come together, right? I hope I did a good job at explaining the animation. Let me know in the comment if you have any doubt. I'll be happy to reply to that and clarify on what exactly happens here. But one thing that I think I didn't mention is this width of the circle is also important. It needs to be same as the distance that it travels in the second 1/3 of the animation. Without that, again, this effect will not work. Now let's complete this animation with the final circle. We'll just say 3, and we'll put animation delay of 2 seconds. So that will make it look like a continual motion kind of thing. So there we have it. Let's just see. Correct. We can also speed it up. We can just make this as let's say 2 seconds. For that, then the animation delay needs to be 0.66 here, and then here we'll need it 1.32. Let's see if that works. Correct. This also looks good. Let me know what all changes would you make to this animation to make it even better. So guys, that's all I have for today's video. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.